Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. It's Robin Fritz, and I'm live in Seattle, Washington, and join in and let me know that you're here. So today, I'd like to talk a little bit about discernment, how we decide what to believe in and why, and from everything from our daily life to the multiverse, to is the multiverse real and what's out there, partly in preparation for my free webinar this afternoon, but also just because there's so much going on in the world and sometimes we wonder what should we believe in and why. So again, welcome. It's Robin Fritz. I'm an intuitive and spiritual consultant and certified past life regression specialist, an Om Times expert, and I'm delighted to host the OmTimes.com radio show, The Practical Intuitive Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World. It's Mondays at 2 Pacific time. So today we're going to talk about discernment, the multiverse, how we think about that. Plus, if there's a few people who would like a quick free reading, type it in here in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking and what you're up to, and let's just have some fun together today. We're going to talk about the multiverse, do a quick healing meditation with Crystal Fallon, have a crystal of the week, and a healing summary at the end. So to get started today, I want you to think about how you think about the world. What do you believe in and why? And just to get you in that space, concentrate on that while we do a quick meditation with the crystal Fallon. Fallon is a citrine Lemurian quartz, and he is an ancient healer and truth bringer. And I say that from having worked with him for many lifetimes and delighted to be reunited with him here in this lifetime. So as you concentrate on Fallon, let your connection to him be the way your intuition works most strongly. So just allow yourself to let your intuition have free reign here. So you may see pictures, you may hear him chat, you may feel his energy, or you may simply know that he's here with you today. So if you take your attention to the top of your head, just breathe in that connection, and as you do that, just allow yourself to be in this moment of exploring what is real and what you believe. And let that clear out your energy field from everything that you did so far today so that you can be present with yourself and with us here. So start at the top of your head, breathe down your face, your shoulders, your chest, your hips, your knees, and your feet. The top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And just feel yourself relaxing into your chair. Feel this connection to Fallon. And now imagine that he's rotating at your feet, this gold, clear light rotating. And as that energy moves up your body from your feet to the top of your head, just allow it to flood your body with healing energy, with warmth, straight to your heart. And with each beat of your heart, it just floods your system with acceptance and peace and joy and just a real deep connection to yourself, mind, body, and spirit. So as it moves up from your feet, past your knees, your hips, your chest, your shoulders, your face, and your crown chakra, just know that you're connected to this crystal and that energy in this time with us today. So again, if you'd like a quick reading, please type your name in the comment section and let me know. Let me know that you're here. Happy to chat with you today and just have some fun today. But one of the things that I do want to talk about today is a little bit in preparation for my webinar this afternoon called The Multiverse is Real. It's free. You can join us at 2 Pacific time at the Learn It Live platform, experts.omtimes.com/Robin Fritz. We have a good crowd signed up. We're going to have fun together today. But today I wanted to talk about, hi, Angela. How are you? Thanks for joining me today. And hey, Jackie. Jackie, are you volunteering for a reading? Let me know what you'd like to look at. Type it into the comments box. And we're also getting the sorry, I'm trying to help the Be Live TV people figure out why I can't scroll through the comment section. You know, the daily practical things that we have to deal with. So, Jackie, if you have a question, type it in here. But thank you all for joining me. So, you know, stop and think for a moment. Do you believe in the multiverse? And what is the multiverse? And how do we decide things like that? So, how do we decide that things like multiple Earth dimensions or aliens or dragons are real? You know, and does it matter? Is it the stuff of science fiction and fantasy? Or can we actually go out and explore these things, and why would we want to? And part of it is for fun, sure, you know, because we're, oh, sorry, I missed that. The last person who typed that in, I'll try to pay closer attention because the comments are just not showing up here. So please type it in again. So I am a very analytical, skeptical person. So Melissa would love a reading. Good. Who is Melissa? And Melissa, what would you like to know about? And Jessica, he says, I believe in all of that and feel that I am being switched. And that's the end of that comment. I really apologize in not being able to see all these comments. We are trying to figure it out. We do know that Be Live TV at least keeps me on the air, where my regular Facebook connection does not. So hang in there. But you're also welcome to join me free at my webinar this afternoon at the Learn It Live platform. So here's the thing about the multiverse. I'm an analytical, skeptical person. And Jessica, finish that thought. You would like to know about what? And you switch from dimension to dimension. Yes, actually, that's very common. Antonia, your future home. Okay, so those two things we can talk about. For the rest of you who would like readings, please email me at my website at robin@robinfritz.com. I'm happy to take them on my radio show every week. We could spend the entire radio show just chatting together every week, and I'd be thrilled, and it would be fun. If you're shy, email me a question. If you're not too shy and want to have fun on the radio, call in to the show every Tuesday at 2 Pacific time. So the multiverse. Yes, the multiverse is multiple dimensions, right? And it is destabilizing to actually go into a multiverse. Oh my God, I do that all the time, Antonia. In fact, I wake up quoting math symbols and math equations, and I'm like, what is that all about? I think there must be an alternate me in another universe who likes math more than I do in this lifetime. But there you go. I wonder about the numbers thing myself, and why it is that we wake up quoting numbers and see numbers. In fact, in my intuitive sessions with people, yes, who knows about those things? And repeating numbers too, I get it. So, you know, when I do sessions with people, even when I'm talking with the dead, I will sometimes get information in the form of a number. So I'll say, oh, I'm seeing a 6. What does a 6 mean to you? So that's a very interesting thing. And who knows the answer to that? And here I'm going to try to take another screenshot for the Be Live people so they can see that I cannot get these comments. So, back to the multiverse. What is it? Well, who knows what some of these things are? You know, science is wonderful. I mean, we're grateful to have lights on and cars to drive and all of the wonderful things that science and technology have given us. But the truth is that science can't prove how gravity and aspirin work. We just know they do. So when you're looking at something like the multiverse, you know, science is out there trying to prove it mathematically, and the rest of us are out there stumbling into it, right? and wondering why we're having these experiences. And so what I call them is our lives as intuitive explorers. We're the metaphysical scientists of the 21st century. We're out there exploring. And you here today are all members of the Om Times community. You're all metaphysically minded. You're all interested in learning how to grow your souls and how to be the best that you can be. And remember that, my big thing is that we are all intuitives and healers, and we just need to learn how to tap those abilities. And one fun way of doing that is to explore what is out there that we don't normally see or connect with. And I'm here to tell you that if you're open-hearted and open-minded, that there are lots of things out there that are willing to sit down and have a conversation with you, if that's how your intuition works, or share pictures with you. And we'll explore that more in my webinar this afternoon, and it's free. You're welcome to join me live, or you can tune in to it afterwards and, catch what's going on there. But discernment is kind of what I wanted to talk with you about today. How do we discern the truth of something? So, here's how I tell. In every interaction and decision that we make, we have to decide what we believe and why, because that just gets us through the day. And we see so much on the news, and right now there's so much about what real news is and whether we're being scammed by people who are trying to change our mind and influence us. It's always a concern. And we decide, though, what to believe in, and we decide what contributes to our soul growth. And here, as this metaphysical community, you're deciding what contributes to the growth of your soul, what helps you become the best person that you are. So when I'm talking about how I stumbled into an alternate Seattle, I live in Seattle, Washington, and I actually drove into an alternate Seattle one day, and I was like, what the heck just happened here? And why does this not look like the Seattle that I know? And my immediate response to something is, oh, wow, now that's interesting. I wonder what I should think about that, or wonder how I can think about that. And if I meet another being, how can we have a conversation? How can we share our different lives, and how can we come together? And where this is valuable for all of us is, what is heart true to us? What is heart true to you? Yeah, happens to you, huh, Jessica? Running into different things. How do you become a discerning person? I'm a practical, analytical, skeptical person, and when strange things started happening, I was like, okay, interesting. But what do you believe and why, and what is discernment, and what does that mean for you? And whose experience do you trust? Can you trust your own experience? Are you, there are a lot of people that experiment with hallucinogenics, are the things that they tap into, even in these ceremonies where they tap into like frog medicine. Are those experiences real? Are they, is a hallucinogenic, a real experience? I've never tried them because my real life experiences are interesting enough. But here's how you get to discernment from a practical decision-making process. And we're covering this more in the webinar. You start with what the facts are of the situation. So here, Jessica, you've stumbled into another universe, or you suddenly met a dragon, or you've met a spirit guide or an angel, or you're having a conversation with an animal or a tree. What are the facts of the situation? What do you know to be true? And then what does your intellect tell you? What does your common sense tell you about your experience? Well, I had too much wine, and none of this is real. I remember the day I rolled up the blinds in my bedroom, and out there on the hillside behind my house, which is wild and there's nothing there but the hillside, were all these creatures that I was like, whoa, okay, I think I need drugs, And that was a joke, really, but it's like, okay, what do you believe and why? And instead, I kind of waved at him and was like, okay, why am I having this experience? Because you're open to it, because we're open to exploring, because we're curious about the universe. And because what we know about other things, yes, I understand, Angela. And that's where we get to being a sound mind and body. When we experience other things, it helps us to experience our daily lives and to put everything in context. So what we're really coming down to is, how do we make judgments about what we believe in our daily lives? And how do you keep your sound mind and body? And that's by practicing discernment. So you've got the facts, you've got the intellect, you've got the experience that you had, you've got your emotions, and you have your intuition. And tapping into your intuition here will give you a sense of perspective on that. Because, you know, if you can relate to your animal families, if you can look at another person who has a completely different view of the world from you, that may be of a different religion, a different political leaning, has a different opinion about what their favorite ice cream is from you. This is all a chance for us to learn. Thanks, Jessica. And again, I can only see part of your comment. Hopefully we will resolve this by next week. So think about the things that you have a hard time dealing with and why. And if you believe in people, why do you believe in people? Why would you believe anything I say? Because you need to determine if you trust my integrity and my honesty and my knowledge, just like I do in any kind of situation, whether you're watching the evening news or just riding the bus to work and meeting people on the bus. So here's the thing, there's more going on in the world than we know. And we're all out there experimenting and learning, even just on our daily lives. Even if you don't want to be an intuitive explorer and explore the other things that are out there, how do you become your best self? How do you keep yourself healthy and well-balanced and well-grounded? And that's by doing the things that you know will help contribute to your soul growth. That's how you establish a daily ritual, putting your hands on yourself and healing the first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, during the day if you need it. You know, stopping to take a breath during the day as you go into a meeting, or just taking a break, and it's like, what works for me right now? How do I make the best contribution to my personal and my business life? And how do I know that? Well, you know that by your experience, if it's working for you, if you feel it, right? If you understand, if your intuition is going ding, 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 something's really wrong here, that's how you know that you're going somewhere where the sound mind and body is giving you a warning that something isn't quite right. So the reason I like to talk about things like discernment in relation to things like the multiverse is the same reason that people write sci-fi and fantasy novels, right? It's a way to explore the world and our feelings in it, and how we relate to each other, and how we can come up with ways of making our contribution and a better contribution to the world. So if your imagination can lead you to a new way of creating energy that doesn't need to burn fossil fuels, for example, and that's a huge accomplishment. If you're thinking about how you fit into the world and how you contribute to the world, and how your emotions guide you towards creating a positive relationship with your neighbors and your community, those are all part of how we, as metaphysical scientists, as intuitives and healers, can actually make our best contribution to the world. We become our best selves by learning to trust ourselves, by learning to use our intuition to guide us, to give us more information, information that what we see right in front of us is only giving us part of the answer to. And that's how we grow in love and peace together. So I welcome you joining me today, and I hope you can join me in the webinar this afternoon. But it'll also be available afterwards if you're busy. But how do we practice discernment in our daily lives, and what does that mean for us? Because it is a way that we maintain sound mind, body, and health. So I'm sorry for those who volunteered for questions. I really didn't get a chance to write down what it was that you wanted to look at. Antonia, I think you wanted to look at job or moving forward. And I'd have to say for you, I see lots of palm trees and sunshine. I don't know why. Tap into my Practical Intuitive Facebook page and let's continue that conversation, or call in to my radio show next week and we can talk live in person, or email me the question if you're too shy to come on the radio. The same for you, Jessica. But what I would say to everyone who's looking to find guidance and balance in the world, your blocks and job prospects. Clarissa, yes, time traveled. I time traveled too in a space clearing, and it's fascinating, right? And it's real. And thanks. Join the webinar this afternoon and share your experience with us, because I know we'd all like to know that. And Jessica, it's self-doubt. It's just really, this is where you need to practice discernment in your own life, and like, why are you not trusting yourself? And we all have those issues. I could have been better at that. I could have done a better job of this. I was impatient with my puppy the other day, and I'm like, wait a minute, why can't I grow up and be nicer in the moment? Because I wasn't paying enough attention to his needs. So sometimes we just need to stop and say, okay, what is it that's in my way? And for me in that moment, I was just overtired and working high pride, and not paying enough attention to those around me. And Jessica, for you, it's trying to give away too much of yourself and not pulling it back in to yourself. Clarissa, I love that you're sharing this. Again, the Be Live TV people are trying to help me figure out why I can't scroll through and see the comments here. Very frustrating for me, and I know for you. And I'm doing the best I can on that. But do join in the webinar and share it with us. And Jessica, learn to trust yourself and learn to evaluate things based on what you need for yourself first, right? What you need for yourself first. As an empath, you're just giving yourself away all the time, and that's not going to help you. What's going to help you is what they tell you to do when you get on the airplane. That would be wonderful, Clarissa. Put your oxygen mask on first. So for all of you out there who are looking to be your best selves, put yourself first, because you can't help anybody else, including your kids, your spouses, or your friends, if you're not in the healthiest possible way yourself. And you do that by understanding what it is that your mind, body, and spirit need. Hi, Sue. Thanks for chiming in there. Mind, body, and spirit, what you need for yourself first, and then go from there, because you can go out and give everything away and not keep yourself healthy in your body. Energy boundaries, and that's what my multiple part group experience will be starting in the wintertime. For those of you who want to join in that, we're going to have a multiple webinars experience to explore intuition and our energy boundaries to be the best that we can be. Because until we have those firm boundaries, we're kind of stuck, because we're just always draining ourselves. And here's black amethyst, the crystal of the day. And oh my gosh, it's big enough that you can really get a good look at it. So what is black amethyst? Black amethyst is your regular purple amethyst that has joined up with hematite somewhere in its history. And this particular piece has druzy on it, and it's really big, right? It fits in your hand. This guy's name is Leon, as he told me, and he's been amazing in client sessions. That people have just tapped in and just felt this amazing burst of energy in him. He is beautiful. Black amethyst is good because if you're looking to explore your own personal boundaries, keeping yourself healthy, mind, body, and spirit, or you're willing to leap in and become this metaphysical science and intuitive explorer, what you're doing with black amethyst is getting that gentle, soft energy that amethyst is famous for, that loving heart energy, which we need, but also that strong grounding energy from hematite. So any of you who are having trouble grounding or staying healthy, mind, body, and spirit, especially with the news coming at you 24/7 and just our daily busy lives, try finding a crystal like this that has really good grounding energy. You know, columbite is my favorite for grounding and balancing. Black hematite is a new crystal that I just discovered. I have a store in Seattle that is starting to advertise on my show, and they have an Etsy site. Go to Etsy at Earthlight Gems and tell Kim you want a piece of black amethyst. She has smaller pieces than this. Really amazing, powerful crystals. So, you know, that's what I wanted to share with you this week. I'm here every week at 11 Pacific time to share thoughts and feelings, and I am working hard on getting those comments fixed at. Yeah, thanks. Leon is gorgeous, and we're very happy to have him as part of our family. So if you go to experts.omtimes.com/RobinFritz, you can find my webinar this afternoon at 2 on the Multiverse is Real. We're going to have fun, but we're also going to talk about discernment and how we can explore everything, including being the best that we can be in our daily lives. And next Thursday, this is the second time you're hearing of Black Amethyst. I might have mentioned him last week, but I met Black Amethyst a year ago and I didn't even know it existed. Next Thursday at 4 p.m., we're going to talk about using intuition in business. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll be really playing with that. And those are my November webinars. We're approaching the holiday season here where everybody's going to be, you know, busy and fun and getting out there and, you know, having meals with family members and people maybe you don't see very often. So it's a good time today to tune in and learn a little bit about how your intuition works and exploring other things so that you can bring it back into your personal life. But for today, let's get ready to do a healing on ourselves to clear us out. Again, you can find me at my website at robinfritz.com. You can email me at robin@robinfritz.com. I offer personal and business intuition, animal communication, mediumship, and space clearing. And on the spiritual aspect, I do past life and between life regression, which is awesome. A shorter healing process called soul progression clearing, where we go in and look at your blocks, release them, fill you up with healthy energy. You know, spiritual awakening, spiritual journeys, and energy healing. But my work is to help you be the best that you can be by really tapping and using your own intuitive and healing abilities. And for the observations that I offer, it's really, you know, the outsider helping you get a boost on your daily life. That's what we're all here to do, to support each other. So thank you for joining me today. Let's do a healing and clear yourselves out. And I'm glad you got to meet Leon and have a moment with Fallon. So hands on your heart, just breathe in healthy, positive energy. Okay, you're not channeling it from anywhere. You're just taking a moment to breathe it in. Breathe into your palms and hold it out. Yes, Clarissa, exactly. Healing by using your mind. And as you hold your hands out, just let that energy go where it will. You know, maybe it'll join us this afternoon in our webinar. And then hands back on your heart. Breathe in that energy. Breathe into the palms of your hand. And then just put it back on your heart. It just, you placed your black amethyst at the end of your bed last night. Oh, yeah, awesome. As you take a deep breath with your hands on your heart, what you're doing is grounding that energy back into your body. So you might be a little dizzy from connecting from a distance with Fallon. Thank you, Amy. That's awesome. I'm glad you have a piece of black amethyst. I'm not sure it'd allow Leon in the bedroom at night because he's like full of vibrant pictures and so on, and I don't need any more things added to my dreams. So watch where you put your crystals, because sometimes they're just too active by your bed, but we're all different, and that's what makes the world so beautiful. So thank you for joining me today. We'll see you next week. Drop me a note on the Facebook at the Practical Intuitive. If you're enjoying these, please like my Facebook page, like the Om Times Institute and the Om Times Magazine pages. Help us help you. And let me know what you'd like to talk about or what you'd like to explore in these Facebook Lives, because all of the experts here are here for you. and we're all creating community together. So quick explanation of what black amethyst. Yeah, I think that's what you're asking. Black amethyst is amethyst with hematite in it, so it looks black. So here's the black amethyst that I call Leon. The white that you see is druzy, so he's like a partial geode, but you can get it polished, and it's good for the gentle energy of amethyst and the grounding aspects of hematite. So it would be something I use in my practice where I don't regularly use amethyst, because amethyst, regular amethyst, is very soft and gentle and can sometimes shatter in a heavy session. At least that's my experience. So thank you for joining me today. Any other questions, you can tap into the Practical Intuitive, my Facebook business page, or send me an email. So until next week, thanks for joining me and take care.